It's an absolute dream spell from Akila Dhananjay. And he's got batsmen with some really good deliveries. Absolute cracker of a delivery to beat KL Rahul's defense. Fourth wicket to him in his fourth over. And KL Rahul goes for 4. It's 119 for 5 in India in complete disarray.
हेलो इंटरनेट दीवाने।
हाय।
आपने अपने नेटवर्क के लिए क्या कुछ नहीं किया? एक तो हर महीने डेटा पैक पे डेटा पैक लेते गए।
वो तो किया।
और जो डेटा यूज नहीं हुआ वो
उसके भी पैसे भरते गए।
और आपके नेटवर्क ने क्या किया? हर महीने का बचा हुआ डेटा दिया ही नहीं बॉस। आज से ये नहीं होगा। नया एयरटेल पोस्टपेड प्रॉमिस। हर महीने जो डेटा यूज नहीं होगा वो हम अगले महीने ऐड करेंगे। ये एयरटेल का प्रॉमिस है।
अपनों की ना बात ही कुछ और होती है। आपसे ज्यादा आपकी परवाह करते हैं। तो आइए कभी सफर कीजिए हमारे साथ, महसूस कीजिए वो अपनेपन वाली बात। उबर, इसे अपनी गाड़ी समझो।
To get the bathroom of your dreams without any hassle, get in touch with us. Hindware. Start with the expert.
So he's celebrating his wedding with a dream spell here. 4 for 24 in the fourth over. And the thing about him is, if you look at starting his run-up, he tends to grip the ball as an off-spinner. He's got that off-spinner's grip and then he delivers the wrong end.
A well-flighted delivery, dropping on him. Didn't know which way it was going to spin. Oh, you love that as a spinner. When you can beat somebody in defense and when he's groping forward, it's a sight to watch. But the match has come alive. Just the spell has turned things around. Something for the Sri Lankan public to celebrate. Oh, run out was the only thing left in this over.
Director, umpire referral for run out. Let's start with your best side angle, please. Bat is down, Bales are off. Slowly again, Simon. Who is it? Right. My decision for the big screen is not out. Not out.
So it's a not out. It's 119 for 5. $19 for 5, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Some sort of pressure here for India. Akila Dhananjay, he's been a sensation. Done Kohli with the wrong end, and then Rahul dipped and turned. He becomes just the third Sri Lankan bowler after Kapila Vijayagunathan and Ajantha Mendis to claim 4 wickets in his first game against India. What a time to come up with this spell.
Can you imagine the way Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan were batting? The score would be this at 109 for no loss. It's 119 for 5.
Well, the Sri Lankan dominance, the last 21 balls. Just look at the drift. Look how he dips and drifts. That's what Dhananjay does. So much of turn. That's the one that did Kohli. The wrong end. So the last 22 balls, 18 runs and 5 wickets. Another look at those wickets. This was Jadhav, then Kohli, and then Rahul. Dipping and turning.
They're drawing them forward. They are thinking that it's going to fall in one line or come on one line. And it's completely taken a different line. But that's what you like when you see a quality spinner showcasing his craft. Wonderful deliveries. What is Hardik Pandya's approach going to be? We saw him smash 100 here in the test match. $120 for 5.
Nice bowling.
Click for it. Click, click, click. So much to do. Go on and on with the longer life. So much to
Panasonic Yoga A3 and A3 Pro. So much to do.
So much to do.
पेश है नेरोलैक एक्सेल माइका मार्बल, जो पेंट्स को बनाए टफ और उसकी शान बनाए रखे।
Nerolac.
Spoke of as a part-timer, he's done a good job. Dhananjay continues. Again, you could see his attempt to bowl the wrong end. Certainly shows the batsman that he has an off-break script. That's what he seemed to conceal quite well. Oh, they managed to get through, just pushing and running, bit of pressure. Oh, that looked the leg break from Akila Dhananjay. That's the off-break he bowls. He's known as an off-break bowler, and now look at the wrong end. That didn't turn, but it just rushed through. A little bit of top spin and attempted wrong end. Pandya! Done again by a wrong end. Completely foxed. Came down the pitch. He's got a 5-wicket haul, 5 for 25. Akila Dhananjay is turning out to be a sensation here.
I said, what is Hardik Pandya trying to go? What is he going to do? He smashed 100 here. He thought he could do the same. Nothing wrong with that. Hardik Pandya has to go. Completely done in by another beauty from Akila Dhananjay, who's turned the match on his head. Ran down the track, once again coming in. And Niroshan Dickwella, very smart and clean with that stumping. Pandya goes for a duck. It's 121 for 6.
ब्रो, अब इंडिया हुआ है आइडिया 4G पे हुक।
लुक आइडिया 4G पे देखो इंडिया हुआ हुक। लुक हाँ लुक अरे चेन्नई में मूड किया दिल्ली की चाट का, जयपुर में दर्शन हुआ शिरडी के संत का। डेटिंग में लुक, वेटिंग में लुक, आइडिया 4G पे देखो इंडिया हुआ हुक। लुक हाँ लुक
इंडिया हो गया है आइडिया 4G पे हुक। आइडिया 4G, इंडिया जितना बड़ा नेटवर्क।
शक्कर ही थी, गलत इंप्रेशन यूं ही बन जाते हैं। अब फोर्ड फिगो को ही ले लो, बस सोच लिया कि उसकी सर्विस कॉस्ट ज्यादा है, जबकि 5वें साल में भी ये सिर्फ 3114 रुपए है। कहीं सुनी पर मत जाओ, खुद देखो, परखो, फिर डिसाइड करो।
फोर्ड, कुछ अलग सी फैमिली वाली फीलिंग।
मम्मा, दिस इज माय फ्रेंड कुणाल।
हेलो।
हाय।
आंटी आप लोग कौन?
मीनाक्षी। यू कैन कॉल मी मीनाक्षी।
लोग तो नोटिस करेंगे।
Wildstone, Tears for Men.
A bit of experience. The best of 38. Akila Dhananjaya. He's got. This is the last wicket. Pandya stranded. The wrong and again. The last 13 balls, he's got 5 wickets. Completely done.
What a great leveler sport is. Hardik Pandya got 100 on the very same ground. Has to go for a duck this time. Ran at him. Completely went down a long line. Squashed. He's been absolutely squashed. The Sri Lankans are in joy. They're not picking him. Off the mark with a couple of runs, Akshay Patel.
Well, India have 109 without loss in 15.2 overs. And now 121 for 6 in 19.3. Dhananjay's variety. Been bowled quite a few wrong ones. Those are the ones that got its wickets. From round the wicket now. Just drifting down the leg side. Useful runs for India. That's off the bat. It's 125 for 6.
Hey Siri, take a selfie. I hope it don't cause an eclipse.
आ गया ना धोखा। गलत इंप्रेशन ऐसे ही बन जाते हैं। अब फोर्ड इकोस्पोर्ट को ही ले लो। बस सोच लिया कि उसकी सर्विस कॉस्ट ज्यादा है,
जबकि 5वें साल भी एक और सिर्फ 3770 ही है। कहीं सुनी पर मत जाओ,
खुद देखो, परखो, फिर डिसाइड करो।
फोर्ड, कुछ अलग सी फैमिली वाली फीलिंग।
106 more runs. They got 162 balls left. The Indian batting card is worth taking a look at. Look at the two openers' scores and then the rest. Pandya, the last batsman, dismissed without scoring, stumped. And Kohli was a big one. Jadhav for 1. All done by the wrong and by Dhananjaya. Got 5 now. So Sirivardhana continuing.
He's done a good job himself. Got the wicket of the dangerous Shikhar Dhawan. That too for a left arm spinner to get Shikhar Dhawan. A very good catch, must say, from Angelo Matthews. It's definitely lifted the spirits. You can see them, you can see the body language, everyone clapping, which wasn't there when the openers were on song.
Akila Dhananjaya's story is an amazing story. He was played in that the World T20 when Mahela Jayawardene captained that side, and he was picked up in the nets. He was a net bowler. Used to attend the nets and bowl to the national cricketers, and Mahela Jayawardene saw something, and then he was brought into that World T20 side, played in most of the games, and today he's got 5 wickets. Started off with Rohit Sharma in Judge LBW, and then Jadhav done by the wrong end. Virat Kohli going in similar fashion, then Rahul. And the final one, of course, was Pandya. Again deceived by the wrong end and stumped. Completely done. Lanka needs to keep things tight at Milind Sirivardhana's end. Look at those red dots. It's almost like a ladder, isn't it? Those dots. Far too short. Far too short. So it's 130 for 6. 21 overs completed.
Here's a rap for the raps by Subway. Give a clap for the raps at Subway. It fits in your pocket in every way.
Together and together in the commentary box. Russell Arnold and Harsha Gupta.
Go away, Roshan, go away. Go away, Roshan Abesinghe. We need to have a cricket match on. And very good evening to Russell Arnold. The mic's all yours.
Good evening, Harsha. Good evening, everybody.
Well, an Indian batsman's allowed to pick the wrong one then.
What an interesting passage of play. Akila Dhananjaya, he's been hanging in the wings, trying to get a place in this team. He was in and out of the team in Zimbabwe. Well, it's energy all around the park.
So tell me, where has this kid been hiding all these days, Russell?
He just got married.
Yesterday? I'm told he got married yesterday. Gee, can you imagine? First day after he gets married, he goes to work, he comes home and tells his wife, how's this for a list? Rohit, Kohli, Rahul, Jadhav, Pandya.
I hope it doesn't end there.
Oh, Russell. Stump good enough, you'll get indigestion if you ask for more.
Well, if you could ask for more, why couldn't I? You're always asking for more.
I'll let you have your moment, Russell. Enjoy it.
Sri Lanka have to stay calm, not really rush it. That was off the pad. That's what umpire Ranma Martinez thinks too.
It's excitement of every ball now. It's incredible. I've seen a few twists and turns in all the years I've watched cricket. This is up there, straight off the pad. 6 runs and 12 wickets, the worst collapse in a one-day international. The side put on 100, that's close, up goes the finger. There are no reviews left, he's got to go. The collapse continues. And the Sri Lankans are forming a huddle far, far away. At extra cover, one more Indian batsman goes.
Don't think a review will make a difference. He's missed a straight one. That one just slid on. There's not been a lot of turn on this pitch. Dhananjaya has been deceiving the batsman through the air. Just a little bit of deviation this way, that way, and he picks up a 6. Akila Dhananjaya. He's got India in all sorts. Char Patel, the newest man, be walking back to the pavilion. He's made 6, 131 for 7.
Hey, सब ठीक है?
नहीं यार, ट्रैफिक देखा है, हालत खराब हो जाती है।
सुन, कल साथ में चलते हैं। जब कारपूल हो सकता है तो स्कूटर पूल क्यों नहीं?
एक नहीं ये 2 की सवारी है, सोच नहीं।
अंकल, स्कूटर पूल ट्राई कीजिए, पेट्रोल भी बचेगा।
चलिए बदल दें देश की सड़कों को हीरो ड्यूएट के साथ। इसमें है एडवांस्ड इंजन, नए एडवांस्ड फीचर्स और इसकी हर बात में है एक नई सोच।
हीरो ड्यूएट, एक सोच नई।
नाइस बोरिंग।
Click what you love, love what you see. Click, click, click.
Pascal Yoga A3 and A3 Pro. So much to do.
So much to do.
To Ajanta Mendes, a lot of Indians will be asking that. He bowls everything. This is just one that's gone straight through. He's played down the wrong line.
Yep. A review wouldn't have helped. That's out.
So he's got a wicket with the leg break. He's then got 4 wrong runs, and he's now got a wicket with an off break that slid on. So a slider really.
It's not turning square. It's just brilliant bowling.
And a propensity for leaving a gap between bat and pad. Bhuvneshwar Kumar is the new batsman. Slip, short leg, backward short leg. Everybody round the bat. Oh, he gets bat to ball. What drama. 131 for 7.
I like Domino's, but उनका जो crust है ना, it's very dry यार.
और softer. और Domino's के crust को हमने कर दिया और भी soft. Try the all new Domino's.
आपने कहा, हमने किया.
To get the bathroom of your dreams without any hassle, get in touch with us. Hindware. Start with the expert.
There's been a lot of loose stroke play, but Akila Dhananjaya, 6 for 30, has been incredible with his variations and execution.
Dhoni is still there. Wasn't that how it worked with Ajanta Mendes was running through India? Dhoni was still there. Now it's Akila Dhananjaya. 4. Remember the last time 4 was hit?
Not too long ago, it was when Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan were together. But Sirivardhana has to keep it tight. He cannot give Mahendra Singh Dhoni this type of opportunities. Another 96 required. That's a lot of runs even for Mahendra Singh Dhoni, who we know can do a lot of damage.
This single as well. Long ago, these two put together a huge partnership in Test match cricket. This is a completely different thing. That's like a tug of war, and someone's got to dig their heels in.
Series needed a game like this, and the crowd, they've come alive. The music, the bands, they're blaring, the dancing. A lot of these people left the ground a while ago. They've all rushed back in.
Did they keep the counterpart of the ticket? Gee, this game makes you look silly sometimes. I tweeted a little while ago that it's 300 runs and Sri Lankan bowlers haven't yet picked up a wicket in the series. In 23 minutes they had 5.
Yeah, because the only wicket that fell in Dambulla was a run out. It was amazing sights to see everyone run back in. Just the tonic that the Sri Lankans needed in every way. The fans, the team, the need to finish it off.
136 for 7.
Hey family champion. Oh, hi. अच्छा ये बताओ, आपके फैमिली में कितने मेंबर्स हैं? 5. और हर मेंबर सेम नेटवर्क पर है, राइट? हाँ. उन सबका बिल भी आप ही भरती होंगी. और क्या? और आपके नेटवर्क ने क्या किया? एक फैमिली से 5 कनेक्शन लेके भी रिटर्न में आपको कुछ दिया? नहीं यार, आज से ये नहीं होगा. नया एयरटेल पोस्टपेड प्रॉमिस. अब पूरी फैमिली का एक प्लान और 20% तक की बचत. ये एयरटेल का प्रॉमिस है.
Words of lament on Sri Lanka's bowling would have filled many journals, and there he was hiding all along. All he needed was a call. He got it.
Wasn't hiding, he was around, just wasn't big.
Oh well, in a manner of speaking, he's there all along. Now to Dhoni. Still a slip and a short leg.
Maybe he was just starting to make that plan. He was just thinking of going into hiding. He's just got married, as we said.
Too early to think of that.
Yeah, but this is good. Getting Dhoni off strike early in the over so that Dhananjaya can try and bowl as many balls as possible to Bhuvneshwar Kumar. He's a good batsman. He can hang in there.
And that was a leg break. It's right in front of his crease. He played inside the line.
So much excitement out there. He was on the back foot. Dickwell quick to take the bails off.
To think that when he started to bowl, we had a caption when he came for his first over. It said Akila Dhananjaya off-break bowler. We knew he bowled all sorts, and yet he's got most wickets with the ball that actually broke in.
Yeah, bowling the wrong end. The flipper.
Three and a half overs to go. They have gone from 109 for no loss to 131 for 7.
Bumrah and Chahal to follow.
Chahal can take care of himself. It comes down to Bumrah. You're really looking at the non-strikers then to see who else is there.
Dhoni is the key wicket.
Those words have been uttered before.
Yeah, many times. Sri Lanka know. Or Sri Lanka have been at the receiving end of Dhoni's firepower. 183. Jaipur. Batting at number 3.
Of course, that 91 not out. Now they're going to come back for 2. No, they're not. He'll keep strike. Bhuvneshwar Kumar. So Dhoni finds himself at the non-strikers end. 138 for 7 after 24.
Mama? This is my friend Kunal.
Hello.
Hi.
आंटी आप लोग कौन?
Meenakshi. You can call me Meenakshi.
लोग तो नोटिस करेंगे. Wildstone deals for men.
Right, so Sirivardhan at the other end. 5 overs, 1 for 22.
That one wicket was crucial. Sri Lanka had just dismissed Rohit Sharma, and it's all been about Akila Dhananjaya.
Right through this series, we've been lamenting the fact that Sri Lankans haven't got Dhawan.
Yeah, that's a fact. And also the fielding. Over the last couple of years, putting down so many catches. But this is what really lifted the team. Angelo Matthews throwing himself like that. And when you see that happen, it just eggs you on. Simply outstanding, Angelo Matthews.
Yes, it just would have lifted the Sri Lankan side, this wicket, because it was their nemesis. Shikhar Dhawan went back. They dropped him twice in each of the test matches. Now it's a stunning catch.
And he missed his record, equaling Javed Miandad with 7 consecutive 50-plus scores against the one opponent. It was 49. That's what you like to see, that type of effort. And Angelo Matthews, injury prone, rarely do you see that. Tends to take care of himself. Not on that occasion, and what a difference it's made to the energy levels of the Sri Lankans out there.
A lot of red dots up there. Sri Lanka have managed to have Bhuvneshwar in strike for 13 out of the 18 balls in this partnership.
But that just means Dhoni trusts him as well. He's not looking to shield him.
He doesn't have a choice, I think. It's 2 runs. Oh, that over is 140 for 7.
Bro, अब इंडिया हुआ है आइडिया 4G पे हो. Look.
आइडिया 4G पे देखो इंडिया हुआ हुक. Look. खाते हुए, पकाते हुए, चबाते हुए, भगाते हुए. पर मचा चूड़ू गारू देखो गुरु. Look. आइडिया 4G पे देखो इंडिया हुआ हुक. look, look, हाँ look, look.
इंडिया हो गया है आइडिया 4G पे हुक. आइडिया 4G, इंडिया जितना बड़ा नेटवर्क.
This man and sought calm and received it. And look at Dhoni again to India.
91 more required. Required rate 4.14, so that's not an issue.
Question is, how does he play? Dhananjay, 7 over 6 for 32. By coming to the pitch of the ball.
But Dhoni's thinking would be to take it right to the end. Even if that rate creeps up to 6, 7 or 8, he's there the last 3-4 overs. Will back himself. That would be his game plan.
I think take it to the end is in Dhoni's DNA. Take it to the end. Oh, the leading edge. But it's running away down the slope. Dhoni should come back for 3, I think. And he will.
Oh, they're running hard. Dhoni waving his arms, wanting that 3. But how good is this? The leg break, inviting the drive. And watch Malinga go after that ball. Quickest I've seen him run in a while.
I wonder if Dhananjay thinks of himself as an off-spinner or a leg spinner. It'd be interesting to ask him that. But you're right about Malinga. Hey, there's strength in those legs too.
Here's an opportunity, and Malinga knows it.
Did you bring him back from Sirivardhana's end?
Or hold him back for a bit. See if these spinners could get you one more. This pitch, this wicket, this partnership. He's got 6 overs if he wishes. 2 bowlers can bowl a maximum of 10. 3 can bowl a maximum of 9.
Well, he's got to bowl 10. There's no doubt about that. But I don't think he'll get taken off. He'll just go through with his spell.
But I like what Akila Dhananjay is trying to do against Bhuvneshwar Kumar. He's trying to invite the drive like he did from Virat Kohli, Pandya. That's the way to go. That's when he'll be a threat.
Oh, Pandya just held up a piece of chocolate, didn't it? Saying, "Come get it." There is a sense of calm with Dhoni's batting. Just say one, he'll trot across to the other end. Remember Suresh Raina telling me once, I was getting all worked up at the striker's end, wondering if he'll get to that target. So I just saw this very calm man at the non-striker's end, and I thought, what am I worried about? Oh, he read that all right. Another probing over, 147 for 7.
पेश है नेरोलैक एक्सेल माइका मार्बल जो पेंट्स को बनाए टफ और उसकी शान बनाए रखे सालों साल.
Nerolac.
1-2-10. 4-1-4-1-2. This carnage. I mean, if you close your eyes for a while, you woke up, you thought there's a different match going on. India sent Rahul at 3, Jadhav at 4, and then Kohli strode out as if to say, I'm going to stem the rot. Last 2 balls. Then Pandya didn't last at all. Instead of Malinga, they've gone to Chamira for some extra pace.
Yeah, they made the change. I don't mind it really.
Just be told, young man, come running in, go quick.
3 overs for 27, but very unlucky, I thought. Rohit Sharma picked him off for 2 sixes. One was a toppish edge over third man, his extra pace taking it over, and then that scoop.
Right, there we go, with pace now. Mystery at one end, pace at the other. And for the first time since India landed in Sri Lanka, there's a handful at either end with the ball.
All eyes will be on how many overs Akila Dhananjaya has. He's got 2 up his sleeve.
Would you hold him back? And say, right, if I can get another, let me bring him to 10 and 11 again.
I'll bowl him one more. If Bhuvneshwar Kumar is on strike. Maybe a gully in. He's bowling beautifully. He's bowling with a wonderful loop. Need him to go about his business.
I like this bowler too, Chamira. There's support in the deep as well, so Dhoni will just do his business, trot across for one. Partnership is now 17. India had lost 6 wickets for 12 in one streak.
The smiles are back.
Actually, I think it might have been the same person we showed a little while earlier. Absolutely distraught.
Yes, you're right.
Oh, the smile's a wicket away. Now suddenly Taranga looks like he's got all kinds of options. He can go back to Malinga.
He's attacking the batsman, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. 2 slips. Now he's opted for a slip in a gully. I don't mind that. Got to have your catchers in. It's very important you sneak one through here. There's no one in the deep, on the offside or on the leg side. Just the third man and the fine leg. That was close. Good leave in the end. I don't think Bhuvneshwar Kumar expected that to come back.
I think it seemed closer in the commentary box than to the batsman. But this is the greatest of sport, isn't it? You just... Well, it seemed like you take a foot of the pedal. It didn't seem that way, but... You would look back and say, did India do that? Was there a show of confidence in changing the batting order? And I think you'd have to put all those arguments aside and just say, well bowled, young man. Just open up the game. Nobody read the wrong gun, left huge gaps between bat and pad.
Oh, that's good from Chamira. Bhuvneshwar Kumar too, doing his job to perfection, letting that ball go through. Chamira must not change.
I think there's a bouncer coming.
Yeah, it is. The square leg's going out. So because Bhuvneshwar Kumar is leaving that ball in the channel, there's going to be a change of plan. Leg slip.
They're not offering him a single, are they?
Well, the square leg's gone out for the pull shot and the leg slips come in.
Just wonder if they want to keep him in strike. That'd be... Yes, there is a bouncer coming, definitely. For the fend, there's a short fine leg. There's the double bluff, but he saw through there. He'll come back for 2.
He gets a double instead.
It's almost a giveaway, isn't it? Push a field back for the bouncer, bowl the full ball. This one's probably going to be the bouncer then.
Probably the ideal delivery is the length ball where you have to move your feet to play it.
Meanwhile, Russell 150 has come up on the board.
You sound as if you're celebrating.
It was 109 for no loss, and then you thought 150 was too far away. Now it's a pretty partnership, this. There came the bouncer. Good over from Chamira. 150 for 7 now.
हेलो इंटरनेट दीवाने.
हाय.
आपने अपने नेटवर्क के लिए क्या कुछ नहीं किया. एक तो हर महीने डेटा पैक पे डेटा पैक लेते गए.
वो तो किया.
और जो डेटा यूज नहीं हुआ वो
उसके भी पैसे भरते गए.
और आपके नेटवर्क ने क्या किया. हर महीने का बचा हुआ डेटा दिया ही नहीं बॉस. आज से ये नहीं होगा. नया एयरटेल पोस्टपेड प्रॉमिस. हर महीने जो डेटा यूज नहीं होगा वो हम अगले महीने ऐड करेंगे. ये एयरटेल का प्रॉमिस है.
$150 for 7 in 27, and Sri Lanka have taken off Akila Dhananjaya. They've held him back 2 overs, maybe to go at 10 and 11.
Yeah, you'd have to back Akila Dhananjaya to get the better of 10 and 11. Right now, using Chamira and Malinga try and get the wicket here. The way Dhananjay is bowling, there'll be a very good chance that those 2 overs from him will be enough if he can get through.
8 over 6 for 39 then for Akila Dhananjay. And the spell that everybody's talking about now, Ajantha Mendis in the Asia Cup, 8 over 6 for 13. Where is Ajantha Mendis?
Still playing domestic cricket. On the injury list more often than not, but he's lost that zip with the flipper, which is costing him. Now different ball game for Malinga to come in with the new ball. Tried hard. Just couldn't pick up their wicket. Sri Lanka needed. Now it's 7 down. The older ball. I bet that he'll have more control.
He's charging down for the first. Won't take the second. Last thing he wants to run out. That spell from Ajantha Mendis was Sehwag, Raina, Yuvraj, Rohit, Pathan and RP Singh. What a set of batsmen young Dhananjay has got rid of as well today.
Yeah, top order batsman. And how many did he get bowled? Right through the gate. Perfect exhibition of, let's say, off-spin bowling.
Margin of 20 now. You didn't think that 20 would seem like an event, but it does after that amazing spell. Didn't think I'd say this, but I would just wanted the batsman think Malinga's a relief after Dhananjay.
Yeah, but that was quick. Up to 136. Now he'll set him up. There's no slip in place. The field, the way it's set, it's for the slow one at some stage.
Well, I'm not trying to belittle anyone. He's been a legend. But it's just that Dhananjay so bamboozled everybody that almost anybody else would be a relief. He's got behind the line of the ball well. One must admit he's looked pretty comfortable so far as Bhuvneshwar Kumar. You never know what the next ball brings, but in the 23 that he's faced, he's looked all right.
Well, Dhoni had a long chat to him the moment he walked out. I was telling him, we know what he would have said. Just hang in there, mate. Don't worry about a thing.
Searching for 2 to get to 300. He manufactured them in his backyard at one time. Now he's searching for 2.
That was quick. Well directed. That will be the ideal script though. Sri Lanka to lift themselves up. Malinga can pick up a couple, get to 300 and keep the series alive for us. Well, that's what cricket needs, Harsha.
How many years since you retired, Russell? The ass has slipped in gently.
Well, I hear you say that now and again. So
No.
it's alright for me to say now and again.
Yeah, I never played for India, so I don't have to worry. Play that fine, he'll take a single. It's 153 for 7. And relief this time for India as drinks come onto the ground. Time to just think through what to do next. It's the multi drinks spray.
Hey Siri, take a selfie. I hope it don't cause an eclipse.
जब तक दिल की बीट सुनाई न दे, जब तक हर सेकंड एक नया मोड़ने लगे, जब तक अपने को हारा हुआ न देखो, जब तक फाइट खुद से ना हो, जो अब चाहिए वो आज तक मिला ना हो, तब तक वो चीज लाज नहीं हो सकती। आज जियो, लाज जियो। Seagram's Royal Stag Mega Music. It's your life. Make it large.
Dada को लगता है I'm only sharing selfies. Mom, Dad think all I do is play video games. Chemistry, physics, Dad.
Sound travels through air as the string moves to and fro. It creates a pressure difference that travels. Similar to that in a slinky, also visualized in a graph. So easy to understand sound.
Come fall in love with learning. Download Byju's, the learning app.
आ गया ना धोखा। गलत इंप्रेशन ऐसे ही बन जाते हैं। अब फोर्ड इकोस्पोर्ट को ही ले लो, बस सोच लिया कि उसकी सर्विस कॉस्ट ज्यादा है,
जबकि 5वें साल भी एक और सिर्फ 3770 ही है।
कहीं सुनी पर मत जाओ, खुद देखो, परखो, फिर डिसाइड करो।
फोर्ड, कुछ अलग सी फैमिली वाली फीलिंग।
ब्रो, अब इंडिया हुआ है आइडिया 4G पे होगा। लुक
आइडिया 4G पे देखो इंडिया हुआ हुक। लुक खाते हुए, पकाते हुए, चबाते हुए, भगाते हुए, पर मचा चूड़ू गारू, देखो गुरु। लुक आइडिया 4G पे देखो इंडिया हुआ हुक। लुक हाँ लुक।
इंडिया हो गया है आइडिया 4G पे हुक। आइडिया 4G, इंडिया जितना बड़ा नेटवर्क।
Well, India 153 for 7. They need another 78 runs. They got 114 balls left. That's 19 overs. A lot will depend on Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He's been the man. Dushmanta Chamira continues. Good bit of work. Sri Lanka having a spring in their step. Evening, Sunny.
Evening, Roshan. Not only is Sri Lanka having a spring in their steps, there is an added decibel to Roshan's voice as well. A decibel or two, might I add. And why not? That's a trophy for the winning team. The Micromax Cup. This is beautifully played. Oh, that'll be a hard run second for Mahendra Singh Dhoni, but he completes it. Oh, look at the fielding. It certainly has, those wickets has lifted Sri Lanka up immeasurably. Suddenly, as you said, they believe that they can turn things around. They can win this match now. 109 was when the first wicket fell. And 121 was when the 7th wicket fell. 131, I beg your pardon.
It certainly do Sri Lanka a world of good if they can win this game. Certainly been defeated in those test series, comprehensively losing that first one-day game. Sri Lanka needs this kind of confidence to get back. Akila Dhananjaya has provided it, no doubt, with his 6-wicket spell. He's certainly given Sri Lanka that newfound belief. They need to finish it off.
Sri Lanka have one review left. You're not sure whether to take it or not. They're checking. What do you think? What do you think? Should I go for it? That's what Taranga is asking. There was just a little bit of a noise Might have gone off the thigh pad.
Wasn't given a wide. That's the interesting thing. Quite close to the glove as well. Missed everything. Not been given a wide as well.
No, but I think there was a bit of a sound, which is the reason why the umpire would have thought that it might have brushed some part of the batsman's body. Oh, that is a nasty bouncer. Nasty bouncer.
He can certainly be nasty. Chameera has pace. He's lively, he's express. And he can certainly make it difficult for the batsman. That was on to him quick.
Yeah, second consecutive short pitch delivery. The first one was at the body, angled into the body. This one also a well-directed short ball. And this one in particular would have been the kind which makes the batsman think. Dhoni is suggesting watch out for the full pitcher.
No! It's 156 for 7.
जब तक दिल की बीट सुनाई ना दे, जब तक हर सेकंड एक नया मोड़ न लगे, जब तक अपने को हारा हुआ ना देखो, जब तक फाइट खुद से ना हो, जो अब चाहिए वो आज तक मिला ना हो, तब तक वो चीज लाज नहीं हो सकती. आज जियो, लाज जियो. Seagram's Royal Stag Mega Music. It's your life. Make it large.
Blue worm, but those dots, those wickets, it's really pushed India back. So Malinga, Sri Lanka will look to him with all his experience to try and mop this tail. Needs 2 wickets for his 300 in ODI wickets.
Look to pressure for second, yes. Completed comfortably. Is very quick between the wickets, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Very, very quick. What's important is Bhuvneshwar Kumar is also alert to giving Mahendra Singh Dhoni as much of the strike as possible. 73 needed from 107 deliveries. A required rate just a little over 4 runs and over, 4.09. So clearly there's no need to try anything over ambitious. Work the ones and twos. Sri Lanka, oh, that's a wide down the left side. Sri Lanka also know that they really need just 1 wicket. Break this partnership and they'll be through, because Yajwendra Chahal and Bumrah really don't have any pretensions to batting.
But Mahendra Singh Dhoni, he'll be the real obstacle for Sri Lanka. He's as cool as ice. Just looks so calm and collected. Gets it fine. This, I believe, is the time for Lasith Malinga to put his hand up. As the senior statesman, the senior bowler, the Sri Lankans will look to him. Needs to show the way.
Well, with his bowling action, it might be a little bit difficult for him to put his hand up.
Thank you, Mr. Gavaskar.
Well, as an Indian, I'm hoping that way.
That's well bowled. Change of pace. Looking to mix it up.
Yes, not only does he have a terrific Yorker, he's got a very good slower delivery, and he bowls it without any change in action. The run-up is the same, the delivery action is the same.
Yeah, he's perfected it over a long career. Has been injury prone, has had a few issues with his knees, but I think the key for him is his release points. Being a square arm bowler, it's so important that he releases the ball at that right point, because either way you could go wide. That's what he's perfected well. Mid off, mid on, saving one. That's a wide again. Now Sri Lanka need to guard against this.
Well, that's the one thing in recent times with Lanka. He bowls a few more wides, and particularly down the leg side than before. Not always able to control those deliveries. Even at the start of the Indian innings, he bowled a lot down the leg side, a few wides down the leg side. Wasn't quite able to get the ball to curve towards the slips.
Kumar has looked quite solid. He's more than a number 9. Looks to be having good technique. He's got 9 of 29. And he's suddenly become very quiet. Used to be waving that flag and used to be very vocal. Suddenly completely quiet.
Yes, India is in a tricky situation. He's aware of that. So wide down the leg side again. So 3 wides already in this over from Sri Lanka's most experienced bowler. He's looking to bang the ball in. Short, not quite getting the control.
Obviously not happy with himself. He knows that the entire team will be looking to him, try and mop it up. He's been expensive as well. 6 wides already. Good bouncer. Excellent bouncer to end the over. 162 for 7.
Hi, baby. Happy birthday. The candles, come on.
I like the red one.
Hey, where are you? That's amazing! Feel every moment come alive. Google Duo, rated the highest quality video calling app.
Try and break this partnership. Dhananjaya so far has bowled 8 overs, taken 6 for 39.
He's bowling at good pace, but this is the man who got the wickets, starting with Rohit Sharma, LBW. And then Kedar Jadhav didn't pick this. Virat Kohli didn't pick this. KL Rahul didn't pick this. Sanjay Pandya didn't pick this. And then Akshar Patel, LBW. Putting pressure for 2, that'll be tough, that'll be tough. And in the end, good call, very good call. Kapagedra covered the ground very quickly. Excellent work that from Kapagedra, making sure Dhoni stays at the non-striker's end.
So the leg slip in. There's also a slip. Man at the catching on the offside at Gully. 3 men saving 1 inside the circle. So Sri Lanka looking to attack. Bhuvneshwar.
Good leave that from Bhuvneshwar. Bhuvneshwar, I think, is expecting now that he'll be peppered with a short delivery. Malinga peppered him with a short delivery. There it is from Chamira as well. But Dhoni will be telling him, don't get stuck onto the back foot. That's what he said in the previous over, because suddenly you can get a Yorker.
Well played, very well played, going for that full length delivery. Watched it.
Yes, that's what Dhoni's been warning him about.
Excellent thinking by Dushmanta Chamira. Set him up with a short ball and then went for that full length delivery. Sri Lanka looking at possible ways of dismissing Bhuvneshwar Kumar. They're looking to try and pitch it up, hold the length ball, try and beat him with pace, induce him to a drive outside the off stump. Two options. Now from round the wicket, he's got a man at back foot short leg catching. One man on the back foot square leg boundary. Another man at deep mid wicket about 10 yards in. So expect at least another short ball. He survives. 163 for 7.
Nice bowling.
What you love what you see. Click, click, click. So much to do. Go on and on with the longer life. So much to
Panasonic Yoga A3 and A3 Pro. So much to do.
So much to do.
To get the bathroom of your dreams without any hassle, get in touch with us. Hindware. Start with the expert.
Sirivardhan, who's coming on now. Needs to be tight. Sirivardhan, of course, we know, a part-time left-arm spinner. Can bowl the not odd loose delivery, but generally gives a loose ball or two. From round the wicket, also bowling to a slip with Dhoni on strike. Sri Lanka trying to keep Bhuvneshwar on strike, just bringing that mid-on fielder in. Long off, still out. Just drifting down the leg side.
Lovely view from the drone. Bhuvneshwar Kumar can't afford to relax. He survived a bit of peppering from both Malinga and Chamira. Now suddenly you have a spinner coming out of bowl. Sometimes you tend to relax. He's got a good head on his shoulders, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Good thinker of the game, as you can see from the way he bowls. At the start of the innings, at the end of the innings.
So it's 164 for 7.
Dada को लगता है I'm only sharing. I think all I do is play video games. Chemistry, physics, Dad.
Sound travels through air as the string moves to and fro. It creates a pressure difference that travels. Similar to that in a slinky, also visualized in a graph. So easy to understand sound.
Come fall in love with learning. Download by
Nobody else in catching with Dhoni on strike, but point extra cover mid-off saving one.
But when you have a situation where you've got a single of the first ball and the next 5 balls have been dot balls like Dhoni's been facing for the last couple of overs.
Single. That will be their first task. Maybe try and get to 200. One of the problems have been those extras. Look at the number of wides, 11, which means they've given 11 runs and also bowled 11 extra deliveries. 3 runs off the over. It's 171 for 7.
Mama, this is my friend Kunal.
हेलो
Hi.
आंटी आप लोग कौन?
Meenakshi. You can call me Meenakshi.
लोग तो नोटिस करेंगे वाइल्डस्टोन डियोस फॉर मेन
पेश है नेरोलैक एक्सेल माइका मार्बल जो पेंट्स को बनाए टफ और उसकी शान बनाए रखे सालों साल।
Nerolac.
This one strike and taken through for the next phase of play. It's Harsha Bogle, Russell.
Well, India passed one hurdle. Russell, that negotiated that commentary spell from Roshan. All I heard from Roshan in the last spell was out. We're seeing one-day cricket in all its glory here. One of the great things about our sport is the ability to claw your way back, run by run, inch by inch, almost millimetre by millimetre. T20 doesn't allow that much as we love it. ODI cricket is showing why. It can still give teams a second chance. India, this partnership is now 13 overs. Oh, well stopped. It's amazing. Sri Lanka stopping everything. Good evening, Russell.
Hello, Harsha. This is what's been lacking. It comes down to mindset. It comes down to approach and attitude. Extra cover slips back onto the deep extra cover boundary. And India still riding on that 109-run opening partnership.
Required rate 4.66. Will nudge 6. The course of time is 59 from 76. India ended up not getting the boundaries away. But they'll be playing it in 10-run intervals, won't they? Let's play 10 at a time. So they've just negotiated, gone under 60 now. Next target will be these two. Play till 50. Oh, has he played on? Has he played on? I thought I heard a sound, but the bail hasn't fallen. Unless it hit his boot, but I definitely heard a sound.
It did hit the stump. Mahendra Singh Dhoni went across his stumps. Got it stuck in between his legs. The bail just doesn't fall off.
Are those bails made in Ranchi then? It's clobbered the bail. It's clobbered the stump rather. This is the little twist in this game then. In a game that has had absolutely everything so far.
Oh, they needed this one, Sri Lanka. They needed that. So unlucky. I mentioned the opening stand. But that's what's allowed Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Bhuvneshwar Kumar to absorb the pressure. This partnership 42 of 82, and they still require only 4.7 runs and over.
Sri Lanka cannot afford, if India keep inching, cannot afford to think of what might have been. Bales didn't light up because they only light up when it leaves the groove. Bale didn't move.
It needed to fall off anyway, even if it lit up and went back into the groove. Wouldn't be out. That's hit the stump hard. And unfortunately, it's hit at the bottom of the stumps. At that stage, the power tends to be negated. It's 174 for 7.
Hey family champion. Oh, hi. अच्छा ये बताओ, आपके फैमिली में कितने मेंबर्स हैं? 5. और हर मेंबर सेम नेटवर्क पर है, राइट? हाँ. उन सब का बिल भी आप ही भरती होंगी. और क्या? और आपके नेटवर्क ने क्या किया? एक फैमिली से 5 कनेक्शन लेके भी रिटर्न में आपको कुछ दिया? नहीं यार. आज से ये नहीं होगा. नया एयरटेल पोस्टपेड प्रॉमिस. अब पूरी फैमिली का एक प्लान और 20% तक की बचत. ये एयरटेल का प्रॉमिस है.
T8 economy rate 3.5. The wicket of Shikhar Dhawan with a little bit of help from, a lot of help from Angelo Matthews. In some ways probably the catch of this tour.
Well, this would probably be Milinda Sirivardhana's last over. Only 2 bowlers can bowl 10 overs.
Well, sometimes one appeal is enough. There were 3 or 4 there. They have a review. They have taken it. I think the key is where did the ball pitch.
Third umpire to director. Review for LBW. Decision on field not out. Let's start with the front foot, please. That's a fair delivery. Let's move on to front on spin vision, please. Right, does not appear to be any bat. Ultra edge just to make sure. Flat line all the way. And no bat involved. Let's move on to ball tracker. Ball tracker coming up, Ranmore. Stand by, ball tracker on its way. Ball tracker coming up now. Ball pitching in line. Impact umpire's call. And wickets umpire's call. Can you put Ranmore back on screen, please? Ranmore, you're on screen now. Stay with your original decision.
Just in the last 2 or 3 minutes, India have had 2 moments of luck going their way. Umpire's call on Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and the bails not falling off for MS Dhoni. But Sri Lanka have got to keep going. 57 still available.
Well, needed to straighten a little bit more. But if he'd given it out, there was no overturning that one.
Got to keep it tight because at some point they have to get India into a situation where India have shots to win the game. 57 is still a substantial number.
Poor from the 12th man, Hasaranga. He gave up. He gave up for just the moment and then realized he still had an opportunity. You're right, they got to save all these runs. Try and push that required rate up to run a ball.
What a game we've had. Chipping away, chipping away, chipping away India.
Over a runner ball, that's when you're going to have to play a few shots. Pultaranga will try and hold Akila Dhananjaya and Malinga till that situation.
No reviews left. There's a further twist. If there's a decision that goes the other way, you don't like it, too bad. Lump it as it's been for 100 years. 177 for 7.
I like Domino's. But उनका जो crust है ना, it's very dry यार.
और सॉफ्ट कर और
डोमिनोज के क्रस्ट को हमने कर दिया और भी सॉफ्ट. Try the all new Domino's.
आपने कहा, हमने किया.
पेश है नेरोलैक एक्सेल माइका मार्बल जो पेंट्स को बनाए टफ और उसकी शान बनाए रखे सालों साल.
Nerolac, Nerolac.
236 for 8. Target reduced to 231. India 177 for 7, requiring 54 more.
Now how high is that? It's a wide. Another little tick by. Another millimeter chiseled away.
11 overs remain. What are the options for Upul Taranga? Malinga probably can bowl 4. Matthews and Fernando will add up to make one set of 9. Chamira 3. Dhananjaya 2. That's Sirivardhana. Bit tempted to give him one more. Relieve the burden from Lasith Malinga.
Well, he doesn't have to bowl it right now. You can take him off to give himself the option. Oh, that's a cracking shot, but there's a fielder in the deep, still a single.
If Sirivardhana is bowling, he's got to bowl it now. When it gets tighter, it will be tough for him to operate.
Hasn't been a boundary for almost 14 overs, 13 overs now without a boundary. Sri Lanka have done well to keep that away, because the moment you have a boundary, all of a sudden, if you're measuring in batches of 10, suddenly that's a big part of a segment gone. And another single. The lowly single, now the mighty single.
It's about getting closer. So doing it beautifully, Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and one shot of a half-century partnership.
With a one boundary in 94 balls.
That was just as this partnership started. The full toss from Milinda Sirivardhana, which Dhoni hit to mid-on.
No.
He's getting it to go through. He's bowling in the high 130s.
It seemed for so long in the series, ever since India landed here, there was one side in a tournament in this series, and the other side was just turning up to make up the numbers. Not today. Sri Lanka bared their fangs. They want a few more like those. He's getting ambitious now, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. I think Paul Rifle will have to call him back. I think there's a ball left. There was a wide ball.
Yeah, the first ball was a short one. Yes, he stopped. He's realized he's coming back.
Well, meanwhile, the bowler's on his halfway to the boundary. Got to call him back. There's a ball left. And on his way, Dickwella just nudges the stumps to see if the bails can come off and they light up. He's seeing the funny side to it, maybe. Fernando's got to come back to bowl one more.
He's hungry.
I know. Some players chew the cricket ball, he's only chewing a glove. How close was that to the outside edge? I think India's batsmen get into a situation where they have to play shots. Sri Lanka might get another opportunity.
The rate snuck up over 5 for the first time. Required rate, that is.
That's another little block of 10 done away. 50 now needed. Partnership is 50. Worth its weight in gold. 181 for 7. 50 of the partnership comes along. Gee, there was a time in India would have bought 10. Now they've got 50, and they've got 50 with one boundary. It's taken all of 97 deliveries, and India have had those many deliveries in the bank because of the start they got from Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan. They're living off that at the moment. Sirivardhana with the 10th.
Yeah, so he's decided to bowl him out. I'm thinking Akila Dhananjaya will be the other to bowl the 10 overs. You're bowling him, you do have to bowl him now. He's more often considered a part-timer, and you don't want to have him or have his overs to the business end when the likes of Mahendra Singh Dhoni might be going after.
Oh well, where did that come from? It's gone the distance for 6. With one boundary and 100 deliveries, and then all of a sudden Bhuvneshwar Kumar has said, oh wow, I think I quite fancy being here.
Oh, good hit, clean hit. Well, that would have surprised everyone, and the Sri Lankan heads just go down a wee bit because India getting closer and closer.
So they were chiseling away. That was a hammer. 44 now needed from 56. And that's in the gap, should be good for 2. Sri Lanka have got to be careful not to give away runs in packets like this. India will suddenly find the pressure easing.
An extra over. Just a little too costly for Sri Lanka's liking.
Eight of the over. Is he thinking, should I have gone to Sirivardhana or should I not? It's 189 for 7 now after 38.
Hi, baby. Happy birthday. The candles, come on.
I like the red one.
Hey, where are you? That's amazing! Feel every moment come alive. Google Duo, rated the highest quality video calling app.
Here's a rap for the raps by Subway. Give a clap for the raps at Subway. It fits in your pocket in every way.
Our players can now have 5 outside. I don't know if you'll want to have 5 outside, because that will open up gaps in the infield and allow singles, which have been India's lifeline in this partnership, which is now the highest 8-wicket stand for India versus Sri Lanka.
Just looking at how Bhuvneshwar Kumar batted in the last over, maybe Dhoni has now changed plans. He continues the way he has been. Bhuvneshwar Kumar look for those extra runs.
Dhoni will play the same way. He's the balm, he soothes things.
And he'll now be thinking it's time to use Bhuvneshwar Kumar to close that gap.
One thing they need to, though, 42 of 53. Singles have been their lifeline, and singles can allow them to come closer. Question is, how are they going to play Akila Dhananjaya's 2 overs? And indeed, if Dhananjaya can be potent, and whether the pressure will start to tell on him. This match is testing so many things, not just technique, it's testing maturity, temperament. Dhoni's unruffled. The required rate had come down. It's again inching to 5, but it's only around 5.
Crowd have gone quiet. It's very tense here in Pallekele.
Wonder there's another twist in this day, or India fought back remarkably. This has been a fantastic partnership so far from Dhoni and Bhuvneshwar Kumar. They had a huge partnership in a test match against Australia in Chennai many years ago. That was a test match. But the Sri Lanka can even string together some quiet periods, maybe an over or 2 overs, and get India to take a chance that might still produce an opportunity. See, they're not moving. They are not moving in there. Dhoni will now realize why they say that when they hand you the captaincy, they also hand you grey hair. Rather, Kohli will realize. Dhoni's got a lot of grey already. Good over from Malinga so far. 4 dot balls. He's not allowed Dhoni to rotate the strike.
It's been a while since he's picked up a wicket. They'll be chanting his name. That's what they're chanting, the crowd. Desperate for one from Lasith Malinga.
Just a single. Only one from this over now. 41 now needed of 49. India get 3 overs less, but 6 runs less to score. So now Malinga will have 2 after this.
They all left when Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan were going along so nicely. Crammed back in.
A fantastic cricket match this. Now in the gap, he's cut it and kept it down to 2. Well done by young Akila Dhananjaya on the boundary. 3 came off the over, 192 for 7, now 39 needed of 8.
शक्कर ही थी, गलत इंप्रेशन यूं ही बन जाते हैं। अब 4 फिगो को ही ले लो, बस सोच लिया कि उसकी सर्विस कॉस्ट ज्यादा है, जबकि 5वें साल में भी ये सिर्फ 3114 रुपए है। कहीं सुनी पर मत जाओ, खुद देखो, परखो, फिर डिसाइड करो।
फोर्ड, कुछ अलग सी फैमिली वाली फीलिंग।
Akila Dhananjaya taken off after the dream spell. 8 over 6 for 39. Now can he come back and win it for Sri Lanka just a day after he gets married?
Yep. Married Nithali Tekshini yesterday.
She should expect such surprises from her husband every day. Now what's he going to be? Because he's bowling to Dhoni. It's a wrong gun that's produced the wickets, most of them.
Well, if he does win it for Sri Lanka, as you did suggest, would that equate to a honeymoon?
With her playing no part in it. Such a crucial stage, 2 overs. How are they going to play these 2? Because key objective will be don't lose a wicket. He's trusted his feet here, Dhoni. And again, that sneak a single in.
Oh dear. Bhuvneshwar Kumar wanted the strike. Upul Taranga just take a couple of steps to throw that ball. He should be swooping on it.
2 leg breaks so far. It's not that he's got a mystery action. He's just a leg break bowler who bowls a googly, like a lot of leg break bowlers do. But I think I won't be surprised if there's a googly coming now.
And it's not such a bad thing that that single was conceded. Would rather be bowling at Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
Is he going to attack though? Drives, doesn't time. The balls are ticking away too. We've been talking about the runs being chiseled away. The balls are ticking away too.
But he's brave. I like the way he's bowling. Tossing it up.
Now that's in the gap. There is nobody in the deep. These are valuable runs. Valuable runs, and the pressure is coming off from Bhuvneshwar Kumar's end. Now 34 needed of 44.
Yeah, fantastic partnership. Was quick to get on the back foot. Lasith Malinga's there, deep point, too much work to do. And very obvious. the roles have changed. Bhuvneshwar Kumar is the one looking for runs. If you think about 2 balls ago, he was the one who called through that quick single. This is great play from Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
It's a very different game now from when Akila Dhananjaya was last bowling, because the pressure is now inching back. It's towards the home side now.
Yeah, the catchers have disappeared, so that's a plus. He's decided to hold one back, so Kusal Mendis is coming back in. Why I said it's great play from Mahendra Singh Dhoni is the fact that he's hanging around and letting Bhuvneshwar Kumar do the scoring.
Catchers might have gone, but he didn't need the catchers for his wickets. He's won at short square. Well, he plays a shot, and he plays that in the gap as well for 4. Another little packet of 10 goes away. 30 needed now. Bhuvneshwar Kumar is causing damage here to Sri Lanka. It's now the highest 8-wicket partnership versus Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka. 30 now needed.
And that required rate down to 4. It's not going to matter. But unfortunately, Dhananjaya in his second spell has bowled 2 short balls which have hurt. This is the time he needs to be at his best. This is the time you have to handle the pressure. 201 for 7.
Mama, this is my friend Kunal.
Hello.
Hi.
आंटी आप लोग कौन?
मीनाक्षी. You can call me Meenakshi.
लोग तो नोटिस करेंगे. Wildstone Deos for Men.
Now India need 30 from 7 overs. Sri Lanka go back to Malinga. He bowled a good last over. He's probably only got 2 up his sleeve. Dhananjaya has come back and conceded 9.
And look at the scores. Bhuvneshwar Kumar has gone past Mahendra Singh Dhoni. His highest score for Bhuvneshwar Kumar in his career. What a time to get it.
Right, Malinga. Dhoni just holds his end up. 70 this partnership. India had gone from 109 for no loss to 131 for 7. These two have put on 70. It's worth its weight in gold and platinum, this partnership. And Sri Lanka will still be thinking we need to break through once.
So this is Malinga's 8th. Only one of Dhananjaya and Malinga could bowl 10. So that's 2 more, which will take Sri Lanka up to 43. 4 more required.
Probably go to Chamira and Vishwa Fernando to finish it off, but do you think that 9 that Dhananjaya conceded would start to play on Taranga's mind? But he said no, he's taken 6. I'm going to give him 1 more because he could open the game for me all over again.
But on the other hand, if the game goes down to the 46th or the 47th over, there's only 1 winner. Sri Lanka now have to find that breakthrough.
A test match in Chennai against Australia in a tricky position. These two added 140 runs. Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Dhoni, dare I say these 72 are just as valuable if not more, but there's work to be done. 28. He's taken the first quickly and they'll stay with 1. The Yorker was stealing away to the base of leg stump, but it's done so many times from Lasith Malinga, but it didn't meet timber. It has met once, but the bails didn't move.
Of Vishwa Fernando. It hit the stumps pretty hard.
The story of this game is written. Gee, that'll have a little moment. That'll be a moment. There's a fielder in the deep, but a single. Now down to 26. This was that moment.
Squeezed through his legs. Oh dear, oh dear.
I'm telling you, they brought those bales specially from Ranchi. So 4 of this over. Malinga. Dhoni will scoop out a single again. Gee, he absorbs pressure, does Dhoni. 206 for 7, now 25 needed of 6.
सब ठीक है?
नहीं यार, ट्रैफिक देखा है, हालत खराब हो जाती है।
सुन, कल साथ में चलते हैं। जब कारपूल हो सकता है तो स्कूटर पूल क्यों नहीं?
एक नहीं ये 2 की सवारी है, सोच नहीं।
अंकल, स्कूटर पूल ट्राई कीजिए, पेट्रोल भी बचेगा।
चलिए बदल दें देश की सड़कों को हीरो ड्यूएट के साथ। इसमें है एडवांस्ड इंजन, नए एडवांस्ड फीचर्स और इसकी हर बात में है एक नई सोच।
हीरो ड्यूएट, एक सोच नई।
A sudden, there's Sri Lanka now have 3 or 4 captains, and that's always a sign of trouble. There's 3 in a conference, and he's taken off Dhananjaya. He's taken off Akila Dhananjaya and gone to the pace of Dushmanta Chamira. They have to bowl a good over here. Chamira is very quick, but he can be wavered occasionally. The last thing Sri Lanka want is a boundary conceded. But it's the singles that are doing it for India. And there's just 4 inside the circle. Backward point, cover, mid-off and mid-wicket. Lots on the boundary. That's not where the runs have come from. While Dhoni's been batting. This is where the runs have come from. Singles. Down to 24 of 35. Everybody in Sri Lanka, dare I say everybody in India, is just counting every single. This game show is watched by a lot of people who thought this series is just another very one-sided series. No, it hasn't today. 74 dots, 38 singles. Half the runs in this partnership have come from singles, but the dots have been just as important because they've kept the wickets away. That's played fine. Feel that they won't get to it. It's another boundary. Now it's down to 20, just drifting down the leg side, the young fast bowler. And Bhuvneshwar Kumar goes up to 42. What a hand he's playing for India.
Oh, superbly played. Extra pace. In the 140s. Just jumps inside the line and deflects that one, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Oh, he's playing a gem of an innings.
What a game to spin. Just 236. India's steamrolling Sri Lanka. 109 opening partnership, and then a wicket falling off every ball. Now this partnership of 80. If you ever wanted to see everything in a cricket match, this is it. The single, good, well played by Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
You know what, Harsha? If Sri Lanka fail to get over the line here, it will hurt them a lot more than even getting closer.
I guess there's 2 ways of looking at it, and we can't make that assumption just yet. One is say, look, they thought we weren't good enough, right? Look, we almost won it, we can win the next one. But the second is to say, look, everything went our way for a while and it still wasn't good enough. But that we can only talk about that after 19 have been scored.
Just 1 wicket.
Now this is what happens when you have 5 fielders outside. All of a sudden there's all the spaces open out in the infield, and then Dhoni can start having his staple diet, just the singles.
Yeah, just 1 wicket, and then the tension will come back into the game. You can see the crowd now heading towards the gate because they've lost hope once again.
Would you have an extra man inside the circle? Even though you need have 4, would you have 5 inside to cut the singles? Or do you still think the need is to protect the boundary?
The thinking saving the boundary because of Chamira's extra pace. He likes to use the short ball, so he needs the square leg, the third man, if at all. The only person Upul Taranga can bring into the circle is the mid-on, the long on.
See, Vishwa Fernando's warming up.
I think he's a good option. He's got the ball to skid through. He's the one who hit Dhoni's stumps.
Alas, not hard enough. Seven from this over so far. Oh, that's fine. That'll be 4 more from Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. It's down to 14 now. Oh dear, 11 came off that over. What a hand young Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is playing. He's 47. It's 2-1, 7 for 7 now.
Nice bowling.
Click what you love, love what you see. Click, click, click. So much to do. Go on and on with the longer life. So much to
Panasonic Aluga A3 and A3 Pro. So much to do.
So much to do.
So many things for Taranga to think about. In the commentary box to take you through these last few overs and 14 runs, Sunil Gavaskar and Murali Karthik.
Thank you very much, Harsha. Once again erratic. Dushmanta Chamira has the pace but hasn't shown any control, and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar has played a wonderful hand, and as Sri Lanka left too much for too late.
Well, that's what can happen when you've got the pace, and if you're not accurate, you will go for runs because you'll go off the bat that much quicker as well. That's exactly what's happened in that last over when the fielder was squarer, as is the fashion today, not finer, and therefore just a little deflection, just those little glances have cost them boundaries when possibly it could have just been 2 runs. Fernando coming in for his 6th over. Well, now suddenly you saw that throw, but there was nobody backing the wicketkeeper. But that's what can happen now. The pressure is back on the Sri Lankans. That throw could have gone anywhere, but there was nobody backing the wicketkeeper. The fielders in the deep had not come in any close to try and stop the ball in case the ball was deflected by the wicketkeeper, wasn't gathered cleanly by him.
Has to be a wide, and this is where Sri Lanka have let themselves down.
Absolutely, 13 wides. A lot of those wides have been down the leg side really. Some of them have been for the bouncer, which is bounced a little too high.
He's grown in confidence, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. 2 runs away from what will be a very memorable 50 for him in a match-winning cause.
India 11 away. Sri Lanka need 3 wickets.
Yeah, it's India's highest 8-wicket partnership in ODIs.
Well, both Dhoni and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar can't afford to let down their guard. They're very close now. It's been a terrific partnership. 90 of 131 deliveries. Not exactly the quickest, but under the circumstances, just what India wanted. He really is playing that shot well. through the covers. Now you saw somebody backing the wicket keeper when that throw came in.
Akila Dhananjay still has got 1 over left. Can you imagine? The last wicket fell at 131. It was Akshay Patel. It was a completely different scenario at that point of time.
Ravi Shastri might have been worried for just a little bit, but he's a man full of confidence, and he's got loads of confidence in this young team. Trying to change the angle going round the wicket of Vishwa Fernando.
Took the first single very quickly. It's been a very good over once again. 2-2-3 for 7. Just 8 runs needed from 4 overs. Remember, it's a 47 overs a side game because of the rain. He went through his spell, had a break. When he was on a roll, the momentum was on his side, and then brought back when only 37 runs were left.
This is the big over. This is the over. If Dhananjay can weave his magic again.
Once again, will he take the chance against Malinga? No, doesn't need to. 1 run away, Bhuvneshwar Kumar from his 50.
A field is being brought in to stop him from taking the single, maybe even tempt him to try and go over the top. There's a fielder long on though. They're on the offside, just the deep cover. That's nicely played. He'll look for 2, gets his maiden half century in one-day cricket. Oh, what an innings this has been. Under pressure. Look at that. The captain is delighted, so is the batting coach. This has been a top effort from Bhuvneshwar Kumar. 51 of 77 deliveries, but importantly that partnership is overtaken Dhoni as well. Dhoni, the player with the big shots, quite content to play second fiddle. As soon as he saw that Bhuvneshwar Kumar was timing the ball well, hitting the boundaries, finding the gaps.
Yeah, he also becomes the second Indian to score a 50 at number 9 in both Test matches and ODIs, and this is after Madan Lal. And imagine at times, Hanibhai, when Dhoni was walking up to him to try and tell him how to bat when Akila Dhananjay was bowling, and he's overtaken him in the fastest to get to 50. and playing and reading Dhananjaya beautifully.
Best out you would got to say, well, the short ball, there's a long on and there's the deep mid wicket. One ball left for Dhananjaya. He's been magnificent.
Choose the call once again. He's tucked it away nicely into the gap, and 2 it will be. 6 runs off this over, just 2 needed. 229 for 7.
अपनों की ना बात ही कुछ और होती है, आपसे ज्यादा आपकी परवाह करते हैं। तो आइए कभी सफर कीजिए हमारे साथ, महसूस कीजिए वो अपनेपन वाली बात। उबर, इसे अपनी गाड़ी समझो।
To get the bathroom of your dreams without any hassle, get in touch with us. Hindware. Start with the expert.
2 runs required, and spare a thought for Akila Dhananjaya. Turned the match on his head in just a couple of overs. 6 for 54, but could he have done more? That'll be the question.
Paul Rifles having a word with the Indian batsman. 2 runs needed, and the Brinks have come onto the field, so probably trying to tell them, come on guys, just 2 runs needed, what do you want Brinks for?
Right through his career, it's been Dhoni who scored some magnificent winning runs. Bhuvaneshwar is on strike this time.
Well, looking to go for the winning hit. There is a deep third man, but no deep cover. Fielder being brought in. 4 fielders out inside the circle, on the offside. On the onside though, deep fine leg and a deep square leg. Well, the scores are level. 230 for 7, scores level. India need 1 delivery. They've got 16 deliveries in which to get that 1 winning run.
One of the best chances to win today, Sri Lanka, after having coming back strongly. The wide will settle it. India wins by 3 wickets under the Duckworth-Lewis method. The second victory of this Micromax Cup, and it's been a hard-fought one.
Well, there's the other man who brought Sri Lanka back into the game. India had got off to a terrific start, 109 without loss when the first wicket fell. Dhananjaya picking 6 wickets, but he wasn't able to bowl his team to a win. Both Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar are very calm, very cool, very collected, and it was that approach that got India through. The partnership exactly 100. Exactly 100. Akshar Patel was the 7th wicket to fall at 131. India needed 100 at that stage. Both these batsmen, their 8th wicket partnership exactly 100, dominated mainly by Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who got 53. Dhoni not out on 46. India winning by 3 wickets by the DL method.
Yeah, Akila Dhananjaya, the star of today's game. Yes, it was in a losing cause, but he made the match so interesting. Sri Lanka, you need to spare a thought for them. Have now lost 16 out of the last 20 ODIs versus India, and today was a great time to turn it all around. Glum faces. Looked quite upbeat just an hour ago. And that's the Indian scorecard. Rohit and Dhawan put on a great show before it all came away, thanks to that inspired spell of bowling from Akila Dhananjaya. Rahul, Jadhav, Kohli coming in late, trying to try a few different things with the batting order. Dhoni steadied the ship in the company of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who got his maiden ODI half-century. And in the end, India scraping through by 3 wickets. Malinga looked slightly insipid today. Vishwa Fernando bowled 6.2 overs for his 32 runs, but down the order. Dhananjaya 10 overs, 6 for 54, and Sirivardhana played a good hand to support the lead spinner. That's the match summary. India won the toss once again and asked Sri Lanka to bat. Sri Lanka managed 236 for 8 in their 50 overs. Bumrah, the pick of the bowlers, Sirivardhana and Kapugedra both getting some runs lower down the order. In reply, India got off to a great start, but then that spell from Akila Dhananjaya. But Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and MS Dhoni stitched an unbeaten partnership of 100 runs to see India through.
This cricket broadcast was co-presented by Idea 4G, Bajaj Domina 400 and Panasonic smartphones in association with Raymond, Wildstone Dio and Micromax LED TVs.
His men ready. The battle lines drawn. The king set for another expedition. Kohli the conqueror. On Mission Lanka. Micromax Cup powered by Baidu. The Learning Out. Sri Lanka versus India. Second ODI. Today. Live and exclusive on Sony 6 and Sony 10.3. La Liga Santander 2017. Eibar versus Atletico Bilbao. Sunday, August 27th, 9:45 p.m. Live on Sony 10.2.
Sometimes you see a great movie, sometimes you savor a great dish and you remember it for a long, long time. This is a cricket match I will not forget. And Ajay Jadeja is here, Sunil Gavaskar is here. Between them, they've played in some great matches. I think it's fair to say that this is a match you too will remember for a very long time.
Yes, you don't really remember too many one-day matches or limited overs matches, to be very honest. But this is one match you will remember, mainly because of the way Dhananjaya bowled, and then the fight back by Dhoni and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. You can't come across two more calm and cool and collected players than Dhoni and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Never show any emotion when they're playing. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar while bowling as well, and Dhoni never shows any emotion. But inside, I mean, they're made of steel. You could see that because that was a tough situation when Bhuvaneshwar Kumar came into bat. Might have been a situation that Dhoni is used to, being the captain of India and having played that much more than Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. But yes, terrific performance by India.
If you could package Dhoni's calm, there would be no stress in the world. If you could just sell it over the counter, Dhoni's calm, there'd be no stress in the world at all.
He's just amazing, and it's just not one is calm, of course, and the way he paces in innings. He could, get you 8, 10, 12 runs and over when it's required. In a situation like this, what was required was to just play till the end. He had to stay there. He made sure that his partner was, getting all the runs. He gave him more strike, and so he has the versatility of playing in all kinds of situations, and I think that's the pleasure that all the batsmen who come before him have, that you have this man who's going to come behind you, allows them to play freely that they've been playing throughout. Today, what was the situation that Dhoni was left in, and till that stage, I mean, when even Hardik Pandya got out, I mean, he's a proper batsman, he's playing as a batsman, he was still playing freely. I mean, the situation was not much different couple of balls before that and after, but that's the difference between Mahendra Singh Dhoni and rest of the players. The rest of the players know how to play the game. They have one style of playing, and that's all we see every day. But that's why I enjoy watching Mahendra Singh Dhoni, because I want to watch every day. What is it that he's going to show us new today? And after 10-15 years of playing cricket, he still shows us something new.
Tell you what I saw new today was Bhuvneshwar Kumar's composure, and I saw two sides to him, didn't we? We saw him play like Dhoni, calm, single here, single there, block, single here, single there. Then suddenly, to reduce the pressure, a 6, a 4, a 6, and that just took the game away from Sri Lanka.
He knew exactly when to attack. And when those bad balls came along, while earlier on those bad balls he was looking to push for singles because there were too many runs to score. When it came to that little period when he realized that if we get about 10-12 runs in an over, we'll be through, we'll have put the pressure back on the that's when he did that.
That was a shot, I think, that really signaled to Sri Lanka that these guys now mean business, that the chiseling away is gone, that the hammer is out.
Exactly. It actually showed you that he's also got many layers to him. As a bowler as well, you see that he gets the ball to swing at the start of the innings, and in later overs you see the Yorker coming to play, the slower delivery coming into play. And today as a batsman he showed exactly that. Started off with 1s and 2s, and then towards the end another layer came out when he started to attack. So from the Indian point of view, if you have somebody like him batting at number 9, you get into similar situations, and then of course there is a Dhoni at the other end, or even a Virat Kohli or a Shikhar Dhawan or Rohit Sharma, a regular batsman at the other end. That things are still, India is still capable of going past a line which looks distant.
And there are many great performances that we'll talk about, but and we're going to talk about this later as well. But if Dhoni and Bhuvneshwar Kumar had the time they needed to weather the storm, it was because Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan at the stop scored runs so quickly that it gave them the cushion of deliveries that they desperately needed. But what a spell from that young man.
Yeah, not many people had seen. I certainly hadn't seen him. He first played in 2013. He played only one game that got washed out. He hadn't bowled a ball, and then he'd been out for cricket for so long, and then he played one game against Zimbabwe, who was here last. So not much was heard about him, and we thought he was an off-spin bowler, and the first wicket that he picked up was actually a leg spinner flipper. And then these guys it almost seemed like they had no clue, because it was all in one over. You can see these dismissals, they've been beaten, but it's one ball later, and this is what's happening. And these are top class batsmen. It's not number 9, 10, 11 that he's wiped out.
The interesting thing is, he's just bowling wrong runs. It's not unlike Ajanta Mendes, whom you would find very difficult to pick in the air. Was there a reason they were not able to pick him? Was it that he seemed like an off spinner and was bowling wrist spin? Because otherwise, out of the hand, they were like normal leg breaks and googlies.
Well, they were from slow-mo replays, I thought, but I think he's got a quick sort of delivery action. It's not easy to pick him. And I think the delivery that I was surprised was dismissal was more Virat Kohli's, because Kohli I know can pick the wrong one. We haven't seen too much of this. Is the sweep shot, and we've had to look at that. There's not much that you can see, and Jadhav getting bowled here. This is the Kohli one. Pitched up. He's played across the line just that little bit. He's fresh to the crease. Rahul has never picked the googly. I've seen Rahul get out bowled to the googly many times, so it's not the first time. Rahul unfortunately can't pick. Then Pandya went for the only option he knows, that is to try and attack, and maybe too soon. Maybe he should have waited, bided his time. And then this is the off spinner, and that didn't turn, and was going on to hit the stumps. Question of whether it was outside the line of the off stump or not. But terrific bowling, absolutely terrific, because the way he mixed it, and more importantly his length. His length was the one that drew batsmen forward. So every time he pitched it just that little bit short of a good length, there was time for the batsman to play their shot. This is bringing the batsman forward, bringing the batsman forward.
It's only when the batsman goes
forward again. See, that's it.
When the batsman goes forward and the ball isn't there, that the gap gets created, isn't it?
Exactly. So this very clever bowling.
I don't know if he'll ever bowl like this again, whether he'll ever have such a dramatic spell again. But the fact remains that it required an extraordinary ability to miss talent not to have picked him so far. Where was he hiding?
I mean, he played against Zimbabwe as well,
right
and he didn't do all that. And I think sometimes things happen on a particular day. I mean, if those deliveries that we talked about, they were googlies and they beaten. But if you see how Virat Kohli, KL Rahul and Hardik Pandya get out, it's not just off the pitch. Actually, they've all been beaten in the air as well.
Yes.
You know, if you see them, they're after playing the shot, the body is still moving forward. So it's in the air that they got beaten. You know, after it pitched, because they probably picked it in the air. Oh, we missed the googly, and it's very late to recover from there. But he's had a fabulous day. I mean, I didn't see anything that you would see this again in the next game. I hope I'm wrong.
There's very definite ability.
Yeah.
There's very definite ability there.
There's an ability. He did all the basics right, because every time he beat the batsman, the ball went on to hit the wicket. So the basic is there. It wasn't that there was great turn or there was guile, because there was a couple of overs before that. You know, when he picked up that first wicket when Rohit Sharma gets out, he wasn't beaten by probably flight or the spin. He played it across. And then once that period got over, it's only a couple of overs. Then he had another spell of 5 overs after that. 3 overs where he didn't pick up a wicket, where Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Dhoni played him. You know, there was no trouble then. And when he came on to bowl the last couple of overs, Bhuvneshwar Kumar was actually moving his feet, making room and playing. So there are phases that come in your sometimes, and he's had a wonderful day, not taking away any credit from him. But I doubt that we'll see this again in the next game against India for sure.
No, this game had ebbs and flows, and sometimes that's what you want in a game. That's why we all love Test cricket, don't we? Because it allows you to come back into the game, and it's an aspect that the shortest form of the game doesn't allow you, for all its other skills. But look at the first overs, then the trough in the middle, then the up again, and see that cluster of white dots down the bottom there. They were all in one cluster, but 50 overs cricket still gives you the opportunity to come back into the game, which is one of the great things about our sport.
Exactly, yes, and because you get into a situation where if you lose early wickets around the 20 over mark, 20-25 overs mark, they had lost those 6-7 wickets, and therefore you still had another 22 overs to go. So in those 22 overs, both teams could win the game. India won the game because they kept their nerve. India won the game because they had 2 really cool customers at the crease. And if it had been maybe somebody who was going to be excitable, who knows, he might have hit a few sixes, but he could have also got out. So I think it was a very measured partnership. That's what you want. I wanted at that stage. That's what you got.
Yeah, I wonder how either team will react to this. Whether India will just get a bit chastened by the experience and say, let's not experiment too much, let's just play the way we've been playing normally. How will Sri Lanka react? Russell Arnold in commentary made an interesting point. He said if they'd lost easily, they would have said, yeah, we lost a better side. This will probably hurt even more. So it's an interesting point to discuss, which we will when we come back after the presentation ceremony. There's going to be quite a bit said. Let's go down and join them.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the post-match presentation of the Micromax Cup, powered by Byju's, Sri Lanka versus India. Well, it's been an absolutely fantastic game, no doubt. Sri Lanka unlucky to lose the match today, but I must say that cricket was the winner. It was an absolutely super game between India and Sri Lanka, and it will certainly keep the series alive. Now, I've got a few people to thank here, the official sponsors of the Micromax Cup, powered by Byju's. That's Micromax, Byju's, Servo, Hero Motocorp, Vimal, BSNL, Jet Paints, Dalmia Cement, Cycle Pure Agarbati, Siska LED, MDH, Kent RO, Commercial Bank, Sony Picture Networks, Sri Lanka Cricket for organizing Sri Lanka versus India ODI series. Well, I also have a high-powered presentation party here, ladies and gentlemen. We got Mr. Saratheka Naika, the President of Central Province Cricket Association. We got Mr. Eraj Gunaratna, Deputy Chairman of Metropolitan Group, Authorized Distributor for Micromax in Sri Lanka. Mr. Tijit Ratnayaka, Deputy General Manager, Abans Auto representing Hero Motocorp. Mr. B.L. Washne, Chief General Manager, BSNL. And Mr. Prakash Ramachandran, Chief Technology Officer, Byju's. Welcome, sirs. Right, we'll start off with the presentation ceremony. The first award will be the BSNL Fastest 50. He'll get a check for US 1,500 from Mr. B.L. Washne for his half century of 43 balls. It's Rohit Sharma. also have the Baiju's maximum sixers. He'll get a check of US 1,500 from Mr. Prakash Ramachandran. And for his 3 sixers, that too will be Rohit Sharma. So the fastest 50 and the maximum sixers goes to Rohit Sharma. The BSNL fastest 50 and Baiju's maximum sixers. Right, it's time now for the Micromax man of the match. He'll get a check of US 1,500 and a trophy. That's the Micromax Canvas Infinity from Mr. Eraj Gunaratna. And today our man of the match, despite some really super performance by quite a few players, is Akila Dhananjaya. He receives the Micromax man of the match. He'll get US 1,500, a trophy, and also the Micromax Canvas Infinity. Can we have a quick word with you, Akila? We got the manager also with us, Asanka Gurusingha. Right, let me start off. Congratulations. What are you? Off spinner, leg spinner, or googly bowler? We couldn't read you.
Well, congratulations on the ball kare off spin, the leg spin, the googly, the mona dan.
Mama kumadano manga the vedipura variation tamai paachi kare. මේ ඕස් ස්පින් එක මට තේරුණා විකට් එක හැටියට මුකුත් වෙන්නේ නැති වෙයි කියලා මම ඒක නිසා විකට් ගන්න ඕන නිසා වැඩිපුර මේ වේරියේෂන් තමයි පාවිච්චි කරේ.
He used mostly his variations and he realized the off spin was working better, so he kept using all the variations in his first 8-over spell.
Special day for you after your wedding yesterday?
ඊයේ special day ගන්න?
ඔව් ඊයේ wedding එක තිබ්බා. මේ ඊයේ පෙරේදා ප්‍රැක්ටිස් උත් හරියට කරන්න බැරුණා මම ඊයේ රෑ 11ට විතර තමයි මේ නෝරාවේ.
Yeah, he had his wedding yesterday and he came back to the hotel in Kandy around 11 o'clock in the night.
Obviously happy with your performance. Must be disappointed that Sri Lanka missed out on winning this game.
ඔයාට කනගාටුයිද අපි මැච් එක පරිදිච්ච එක ගැන?
ඔව් ඇත්තටම කනගාටුවක් තියෙනවා මොකද කොච්චර විකට් හයක් අරගෙන තරඟය දිනන්න බැරි නැත්නම් ගොඩක් දුකයි. මේ තරඟය දිනන්න තිබ්බනම් ගොඩක් සතුටින් අද යනවා.
All right, bad luck today and very well done on your bowling performance.
Thank you.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, the Micromax man of the match, Akila Dhananjaya. He is just receiving his phone, the Micromax Canvas Infinity. He also got a trophy for his outstanding bowling performance. Right, can I now have a quick word with Upul Tharanga, the Sri Lankan captain? Obviously an improved performance, Upul, but disappointing that you got so close and lost the game?
It is, I think it is disappointed. I think we came really close and we couldn't finish well. And especially I think when we are batting, I think we didn't capitalize again. I think we didn't have a good start, and Milinda and Kapu, they bat really well.
You think it was the runs on the board, or what really was Sri Lanka's problem that they couldn't get this 8th wicket? You think you didn't have enough runs?
No, I think once they need 100 runs, I think we tried everything. I think Dhoni and Bhunesh, I think they batted sensibly. Unlucky we couldn't get that wicket.
In hindsight, you think Akila Dhananjaya should have bowled these other 2 overs as well at a time he was bowling well?
No, it's matter of time. I think he bowled really well, I think. So that time still there are like lots of overs to go, so that's why we kept him to last few overs. But other bowlers, also I think Milinda, he bowled really well, but we couldn't get to that breakthrough.
Yeah, but as a team you should be quite pleased. It was a much better performance. You ran India very close and almost won the game.
It is, I think, especially fielding and bowling has improved. Especially Akila and Milinda, I think those two are brilliant.
All right, bad luck today. All the best for the rest of the series.
Thank you very much.
The Sri Lankan captain, ladies and gentlemen, that's Upul Tharanga. Now it's time for the winning captain to sign the ball and hand it over to the higher fan. And of course, the hero match winner will get a check of US 2000 from Mr. Tijit Ratnayaka. He'll also receive the ITW Tech Front Match Winners Trophy from Mr. Sarat Ekanayaka. Receive the ITW Tech Front Match Winners Trophy, Virat. Well done, but that was quite close, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was quite an exciting game of cricket. I think all the fans watching and the players involved were equally entertained, and something that really gave us a tough test out there, and it was good to come through eventually. But yeah, it was quite magnificent to see 200-run partnerships in a chase of 230 and then a collapse in between, 7 wickets down. That's quite bizarre. You don't see that in this game too often. So yeah, it was a strange game, quite different, but we're glad we came through.
Yeah, but you had spoken about the experiments you were looking at, and especially changing the batting order. You think that was one of the reasons?
I don't think so. I mean, when you're 110 for one, and you have a target to chase of 230, and then you want to give the other guys in the team a go as well, who haven't had too much chance to bat. And then something like that happens on that very moment when you make those changes. I don't think we have any regrets of making those changes. We had some thought behind it, and it wasn't like we were sending guys to slog the ball. We got out to good deliveries, and you have to give credit to a guy who bowled an outstanding spell. If I'd gone at number 3, I still would have missed that ball, because he was bowling that well in that spell, and the batting order didn't really matter at that stage.
That was the other point I was going to ask you about Akila Dhananjay's spell, where he mixed up the wrong and particularly with the off break and the leg break.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what we knew of him, it was more of, off spinner bowling the leg break, or leg break in between every now and then, but he picks up 4 wickets on googlies. So, yeah, see, it's difficult when you haven't seen the guy at all before. He's not played against us before. But now we're more wary. We know, we saw how the ball was coming out of his hand as well. So we'll be more careful next time, and be watching, what he does closely. But credit to him, he capitalized on the bit of hesitation we had out there in the middle with not reading him too well. And then, as I said, credit to him for pitching the ball in the right areas. It was all attacking the stumps, and he hardly missed. And whatever we missed, we got out.
Congratulations, very well done. All the best for the series, and thank you very much for talking to us.
Cheers, thank you.
It was a peculiar match then, wasn't it? I mean, it was an interesting conversation there. It was a peculiar match in many respects, this. That turned around in 3 overs. As Virat said, there were 200-run partnerships. And just as a man on his holiday came back and changed the test series, a man who should have been on his honeymoon comes and changes the series.
Yeah, and it seems like, practice doesn't work these days. It's the other way around. You go on holiday, you have a wedding a day before, you arrive late night. Those things seem to be working. It was just that 3 overs. I'm harping again. It was those 3 overs in the middle that was the only difference. Otherwise, it was the same Sri Lankan team we were playing against, and there was a different bowler as well. We haven't seen him before, so all credit to him. But apart from that, it was just the same, as he says, 100-run partnership before that, and then you had a 100-run. But the second 100-run partnership had a lot more than just the skill. I think it was more about mental pressure. When you've lost 7 wickets in a one-day game where you're bound to win, it puts a lot more pressure. And so that was a more difficult 100-run partnership compared to the first one.
I'm delighted, and dare I say it myself, that all of us in the commentary box were able to rise beyond giving it to a member of the winning side and give the Man of the Match award to someone who actually ended up being on the losing side, simply because it was such a stunning performance. And for that performance, Akila Dhananjaya is also our Idea Player of the Match. Well, it's not just us and you, but Indian team will be watching that very closely, because they'll want to be better prepared when they come for the next game on this ground.
Yes, but if he has played against Zimbabwe, not to have any footage of him, that is also not something that you expect of the guys who are supposed to give it to the team. In the days before videos and stuff like that, it's understandable. But if he did play against Zimbabwe, and that was just a month or 2 ago, then there should have been some footage of him, for sure.
And it's interesting that they weren't aware of the googly. So while the element of surprise is now gone, you've got to hand it to him that while the surprise was still on, he literally ran through the side. You can see the wrong ones there. The one on the right side, which outside, looks outside leg, is the one that got the left-hander out. But they're all wrong ones, and they're all pitched all right. They pitched really well.
Yeah, he pitched it in the right place. Where from that area, actually, if whether you bowl leg spin or one coming back into you, they're actually all finishing in that wicket. There's not much outside. What surprised me with Virat Kohli's statement was that they hadn't seen the footage that I can understand. But if that was the case, it didn't look like that in those two periods. Because in olden days, like Sir said, there wasn't any television. You took a little time. You looked at a new bowler, gave yourself a couple of balls or maybe an over to figure out what all he does. And actually, at the end of the day, you got to be still looking at that hand.
But the off break is what he started off bowling. Then the leg break, that's the one that got Rohit Sharma. And the wrong out of the hand, it's like any other leg spinner, isn't it? Or do you spot anything different?
Well, that's the reason why he was so deceptive. That between that middle picture and the picture on your right, the leg spin and the googly, there's very little change. A lot of times when the googly is bowled, you can actually see,
you can see a hand
that the hand's back, and you can actually pick. But he see, look at that. It doesn't really, not much of a change over there. And yes, so it won't be easy to pick the googly. You've got to be very, very vigilant. And maybe yes, if you're playing him for the first time, you probably won't pick it. But then you tend to sort of play it, not so much reach out for it, but try and play it more close to your pad, so you don't leave a gap between bat and pad. The mistake that the Indian batsman made was they jabbed at it and therefore left a gap between bat and pad.
You spotted something else too?
No, I was just spotting that. I mean, if you see the off break and the googly, the two extremes on that screen, I don't know if you can see it again. The off spin is a little round arm, and the googly comes behind. So that's something that I've quickly spotted on that, and I'm sure there you see the extreme left on your screen is a more round arm action when it comes up there, and the googly is a little higher the hand. So that's the only difference.
How do you pick the leg break from the googly though? Because as Sunny said, they look all right. They look pretty similar. You can see, I mean, when you go as close as this and you're searching for it, you can see the difference.
Exactly. But full credit to him. And see, you can bowl the googly, etc., which is not spotted. But if you're going to bowl it short, you're going to give the batsman on a slow pitch time to make the adjustment. But he pitched it up. He pitched it in that good length area, not short of a good length, between good length and full. And that's where he deceived the batsman, got them committed where they couldn't change their shot.
Right, there you are then. Our idea player of the match was Akila Dhananjay. So much more to talk about. Don't go away, because there was an extraordinary incident that might have turned the game with Mahendra Singh Dhoni. That and lots more when we come back after this break.
अपनों की ना
बेटा
बात ही कुछ और होती है। जहाँ भी मिल जाते हैं दिल के हाल बदल देते हैं। अरे ना घड़ी देखते हैं ना ढूंढते हैं मुहूर्त, अन्ना पिकअप करने सीधे एयरपोर्ट आ जाते हैं। कब है शोर मचाना समझते हैं अच्छी तरह, कब है चुप रहना जानते हैं। पास रहते हैं ना सिर्फ बड़े मौकों पर, आलू टमाटर लेने भी आ गया। शायद आपसे भी ज्यादा आपकी परवाह करते हैं। तो आइए आजमाइए ये अपनेपन वाली बातें। उबर, इसे अपनी ही गाड़ी समझो।
Sri Lanka versus India, third ODI, August 27th. Live and exclusive on Sony 6 and Sony 10-3.
To get the bathroom of your dreams without any hassle, get in touch with us. Hindware. Start with the expert.
In sport, age is like a wake-up call. The sooner you answer it, the sooner you begin your journey to go beyond. Here's to the many wake-up calls that India will answer as it hosts the FIFA Under-17 World Cup India 2017.
Watch it live and exclusive in English on Sony 10.2 and in Hindi on Sony 10.3. Sony Pictures Sports Network. Go beyond.
अपनों की ना बात ही कुछ और होती है. आपसे ज्यादा आपकी परवाह करते हैं. तो आइए कभी सफर कीजिए हमारे साथ. महसूस कीजिए वो अपनेपन वाली बात. उबर, इसे अपनी गाड़ी समझो.
To get the bathroom of your dreams without any hassle, get in touch with us. Hindware. Start with the expert.
There's so many twists and turns in the game, going smoothly India's way and then suddenly pulled towards Sri Lanka, and then this amazing fight back has allowed India to win the game. Emotions on display everywhere. I'm sure Russell Arnold has his own thoughts as well, because I was in commentary with Russ when he said that if Sri Lanka cannot close this, then it'll probably hurt more than a one-sided defeat. You still think that way, Russell?
Well, yeah, mixed feelings really. It was a wonderful game of cricket and Sri Lanka did fight back, but they had 100 runs to pick up another wicket. They couldn't find another bowler to pick up one wicket, and that's going to hurt them. They needed to get over the line. They've been searching for this victory for quite a while now. To lift themselves up from here will be difficult, but they got to focus on the positives. Focus on little things, the little wins that they can achieve. They did achieve, and try and put other areas right. Maybe 20-30 runs short, focus on those little things, and maybe you will be able to get over the line next time. You have to believe, that's the key here.
Couldn't they go away from this match, Russell, thinking, you know what, we thought India was this bully that we couldn't fight against, but we actually can, and we almost beat them, so maybe we can beat them tomorrow. Wouldn't they think that way?
Well, that's the way to think, and we saw lots of areas, even the field, the energy was different. We saw an outstanding catch from Angelo Matthews, which actually changed the mood for everyone else. So those are the little things that they need to do more of. So Sri Lanka do have to focus on those rather than the disappointment of not being able to get over the line here.
You've seen Dhananjaya before, haven't you? I mean, unlike some of the Indian players, they hadn't seen him before, but you have. Are you surprised? Are you astonished? Are you just bewildered, or did you expect you might see that one day?
Well, we're hoping we'd see that from him. Now, Dhananjaya was brought into the squad to play Zimbabwe. He played the one match, then he was dropped. He played again towards the end, and I saw a little bit of the ball coming out nicely. He was going in the air, but then I was again surprised that he was left out yesterday. But this was a pleasant surprise. The control, the variations he brought in. I haven't seen him bowl the wrong end or the leg break as much as he did today. Now the pitch didn't help him a lot. The ball was not turning square, but it was just the variations and the guile that he had that brought him these wickets. And in hindsight, you'd have to say that this rhythm, it's difficult to get into. So maybe those 2 overs should have been bowled at that stage, and hopefully he would have picked up another wicket. But his second spell, he was nowhere near his best. He was bowling short, and that's why Bhuvneshwar Kumar was able to get into him.
Yeah, among the many issues that will be debated in this game, one will be that should they have kept him going while he was in the middle of that spell, or maybe the fact that he hadn't got a wicket in 3 overs, they wanted to hold him back for numbers 10 and 11. I guess there's not much point talking about that now that it's all gone. But Russell, look forward to working with you again when we come back here in Palekele, and I'll also be interested in seeing whether India read Akila Dhananjaya again. And you've got a parting shot at me, don't you? As you always do.
No. I'll leave it for later. It's a little late tonight. It's a little late tonight.
Okay. It's nice to know that you can hold back as well, Russ. Thank you very much. And since you've decided to hold back, I've decided not going to give you another chance as well. Good night. Sleep well. It's always good fun, isn't it? Russell Arnold is always good fun. Zahir Khan has joined us as well. And now as a bowler, that ball that went and hit Mahendra Singh Dhoni's stumps and the bails didn't move. You've obviously seen that before.
Few times. I think 2 occasions I clearly remember. One was Hilfenhaus and another one was Guptill in a test match. And I remember it because it happened in a test match, because you got to...
And you were bowling?
Really, of course. Only on my bowling I remember those 2 wickets I lost, and it's something which is very hard to explain, because there was enough in the ball to dislodge the bail. Maybe the new bails are a bit heavier, that's why they didn't really fall. But I've seen it on few occasions. Once in a one-day match where I actually thought it was inside edge of Parvez Maharoof's bat, but in reality the stumps have been moved about 15 to 30 degrees, and then the ball went for 4 down the leg side. So I actually thought it was inside edge, but wasn't the case.
It had actually hit the stumps. The stumps had moved, come back, and the ball went for 4.
About 15-20 degrees.
They created the 4 runs to the stumps. That's interesting, though. I mean, I thought this is about as hard as it can hit the stumps.
Well, I mean, yes, the fact that the pace had been taken off to a great extent
by the pads,
by the pads, by the inside edge onto the pad. So but it still should have dislodged the bail. So sometimes luck is running your way, and that's exactly what happened. Luck was certainly running MSD's way as far as that particular ball was concerned. And you've got to give it. This is what cricket is famous for: the little quirks of luck, which can go this way or that way. Today it went India's way.
It's what you do with your luck that matters, isn't it?
At the end of the day.
And that's what he
How
did.
you cash in on the luck that's going your way.
And he was helped a great deal by the fact that Bhuvneshwar Kumar played probably the finest limited overs innings of his career as well. We've seen him play in first class cricket, seen some good gritty performances, especially in England, where he got half centuries as well with the bat. That partnership of 140 in Chennai with Dhoni when they turned around that first test match against Australia in the 12-13 season. But this was a fantastic performance, and that is why Bhuvneshwar Kumar is a Raymond Complete Player of the Match. Sonny, I don't know how to say this since Zach is in here, but he didn't bat like a fast bowler.
He did.
Yeah.
But you say he's not exactly only a fast bowler. He's been an all-rounder. We've seen him. He might have just won first-class 100, but that also came in a tough situation. And then, of course, the inexperience of Chamira meant that some of the quicker delivery just went off the pads and off the bat down the leg side for boundaries. There you can see that scoring chart. That is the one big red line, which is the 6 that he hit. But otherwise, it's been mainly a lot of singles, 1s and 2s, the occasional boundary. But because the ball was angling into him, more than 50% has been on the leg side.
It's good to see, isn't it, Zach, that you can have someone at number 9. We talk about having maybe a batting all-rounder at 6, bowling all-rounder 7, 8. But to have someone coming at 9 and be able to play an innings like this must be greatly comforting to the side.
Most of the teams have been given emphasis on batting depth. I think that's how the one-day cricket has evolved over the years now. And I think low-order batsmen contributing with the bat, bowlers taking the responsibility of batting in the nets is paying dividends. I think these kind of opportunities don't come often for Indian batting lineup, because batting has been India's strength, and I think these kind of opportunities, when you see players like Bhuvneshwar Kumar capitalizing on that, that gives you enough confidence going forward that the thought process which Indian team has been applying is on the right track.
I mean, Sanjay Banga said, remember that, bowlers get equal number of deliveries to play in the nets like the batsmen. So whatever Virat Kohli gets to bat in the nets, the bowlers also get the same number. Say Virat Kohli, Dhawan, Rohit Sharma, Rahul, the number of deliveries they get to bat in the nets, the same number of deliveries are given to the bowlers. And it's so important. But what is more important is that the batsmen are taking up the responsibility of batting sensibly, trying to stay at the wicket. Because bowlers should know, and I think Zach knows, how difficult it is to get a wicket. So why should he, when he comes into bat, make it easy for the opposition's bowler? Let him bowl a great ball and let him take a wicket. He
had a last wicket partnership with Tendulkar in which he outscored Tendulkar.
He did, but he missed out on 100. You remember that shot?
See, only a batsman will think like that.
Well, I mean, he missed out.
Leg spinner.